Welcome guys, the Peak Mindset Show. It is now the new year is upon us and looking so forward to sharing with you more insights, more inspiration, and more value to take your life to the next level. In this episode, we're going to talk to you guys about how to stay on track and always staying on track. Because right now, I can imagine you probably have your goals laid out. You probably have a vision laid out for the new year. And the whole thing is you're probably going to be in this motivation, inspiration mode. But for how long is the question I want to ask you. So I thought to myself, how can we share you guys some insights that will really add value to your life and allow you to then take those steps to always stay on track in this new year, whether you're having those highs and lows, and you can make it more consistent in the course of this journey in the new year and have a successful finish. So here we go. I have some 5 basic steps for you, but some of these insights actually came from a book I'm reading right now, which is a fabulous read. I highly encourage you guys to pick up this book in the bookstore or Amazon. It's called Tools of Titans by Tim Ferris, his newest book, and it's a terrific read. It's a very big, thick book, but it's worth the read. You can read it, in the course of your day, pick up one person or 2 people or one chapter and read something for inspiration. But I went through quite a bit of it already, and realized so many insights from the top billionaires and millionaires and successful people in the world, and also distilled things that I've learned over all these years and realized what really allows us to always stay on track so we can be consistent in the course of our journey. So here we go. The first thing is this. The first thing is, typically our planning is in the course of our schedule is, just a jam-packed schedule. We're conditioned as reactive beings to just plan as heavy as possible and have as much on that plan as possible. And here's the downside of having a very packed up plan, is you become very good at just being average. And when you have average activities, you get average results. And when I also teach planning in the course of the inner circle or the coaching with my clients, I always say, hey, let's focus on the 20% that gives you the 80%. But I've now realized, just reading this book and just having these insights, that actually it comes down to the 20% to almost give you 90 or 95% of the results. And this is what I mean by that. As you make a list basically at the beginning of your week, say it's Sunday and you're planning for the week ahead. And what you're going to do is you're going to make a plan and schedule things in a way where you're going to focus on the 3 to 5 things in your week that make you most anxious or uncomfortable. What I mean by that is what is right now in your schedule that is making you the most anxious, and almost you're putting these things ahead 1 day or 2 days or 3 days ahead because it's a big task, or it's going to require some extra work. It's a little bit scary, it's a little bit daunting. These are the things that typically are the 20% that give you the 90 to 95% of the results in your schedule. So here's what I suggest, is you write those things down. Then what you do is you chunk them, those outcomes, if there's 2, there's 3, there's 5, or whatever you got. These are called primary outcomes. These primary outcomes are going to go in the very beginning of your day. Now, when you schedule them, schedule a 2 to 2.5, maximum 3-hour block or whatever you need to get it done. And when you do that primary outcome, focus. Turn your phone off or put it on airplane mode. Get yourself into a good state. Have a cup of tea or coffee or whatever you like to do. And just get yourself in that good environment to produce results. And when you do that, you'll allow yourself to set up yourself into a really great momentum for your day. And then the secondary outcomes become very much easier because now the primary is done. And typically we're backwards. We're doing all the secondary stuff first, which means we're doing, these 10, 12, 13 things at the beginning of all these multitasking things, and then we become multitasking reactive animals. And at the end of the day comes and we're like, oh my gosh, I never got the one big thing done that I was supposed to get done in the course of the day. So the whole key of this lesson is to make a list of the things that make you most anxious, uncomfortable, they're scary. Make a list of what those things are. They're typically big chunks, and these are outcomes you want to have in the beginning of your day when you're fired up, ready to go, your mind is clear, and get them done. This will help you stay on track because now you're taking control of the things that you know will get you results. And typically, the secondary things will be much easier to get done when the first big thing is done first. The second thing is saying no more than yes. If you want to stay on track and always stay on track in the course of the new year, you're going to get people coming to you with opportunities, wanting to present to you new things, or give you a new way to do stuff, okay? It's okay, great. I always say be open to new opportunities, be open to new ways to grow, definitely. But don't react by saying yes to everything. That's the lesson here. Be a no as opposed to a yes, or let me think about it and get back to you in 24 to 48 hours, or whenever you feel is appropriate. But when you say no more than yes, what you're doing is setting yourself up for success, because now you're in control of the outcome to know if it's actually best for you. And I suggest sitting on this in meditation, or going for a walk or a workout or for a day, or go, to sleep on it. Think about it, journal about it, and then go from there. Because I used to be a yes man a lot of my life, and I used to be the guy who just was always saying yes and yes and yes, and it affected me in a lot of negative and not good ways, because I was not getting things done, I was being behind on stuff, I was being overwhelmed, I was stressed, and I wasn't able to sleep, I was not having very good workouts, and I realized that the part of the reason was I was too reactive in my approach. I learned the hard way. I did a lot of back-end self-end growth work on this, and realized that it's be more conscious moving forward and be more of a no as opposed to a yes, or reflect when needed. The third thing is practicing focused work blocks. Now, focused work blocks, come back to that first one. We talked about, the 3 to 5 things that make you the most anxious or uncomfortable or scare you the most. That when you block your schedule and you have focused work blocks, what that means is a technique called the 50-10 rule, where you'll work 50 minutes and then take 10 minutes of a break. And when you do that, you allow your brain to be in a focused period of time, and then you take a 10-minute break, which allows you to then further have a chance to recoup, refresh, and then recharge again for the next phase. So I would encourage you guys, have a timer for that, have your phone, Next, we have posting your vision everywhere. When you post your vision everywhere, you start to condition your subconscious mind to really program you to focus on the essentials. Focus on that one thing that will generate the most amount of benefit for you and results by the end of the year. See, most people will set a vision or a goal and they'll just forget about it. But if you post this in your office, your bathroom, your bedroom, your car, your journal, your planner, whatever you want to post this vision at, will remind you to stay focused on that vision all of the time. The next is daily inspiration. Now, daily inspiration is something that may seem easy because you're thinking, oh, reading a book, listening to an audio program. It's actually much different than that, because daily inspiration is what motivates and inspires you individually. And this could be going for a walk with your dog. It could be hugging your partner for 5 minutes. It could be giving them a kiss, It could be going to a movie with your buddy. It could be going out for a walk in nature, in the trees. It could be sitting on a bench and just reflecting on life for half an hour. Whatever inspires you. So daily inspiration allows you to stay on track because it connects you with your heart, your intuition. It connects your spirit. And that's what you want to do, because most of us are so reactive with our mind that we lose sight of what's the most important. So when we reflect and we have daily inspiration, we keep ourselves inspired to move forward toward our goals and our dreams. So there you have it. Those are the 5 things I would suggest for you when you want to stay on track, and always stay on track towards reaching your goals and dreams for this year. So the end of the year comes, when you want to really look over that 2017 or 2018, whatever year it's going to be for you, you will make it the most successful ever. The last thing is, stick to the essentials. Don't make it complicated. When you're simple, here's something I want to remind you as a little saying is, when you're a super planner, you'll get nothing done. When you're a simple planner, you will get lots accomplished. So don't be a super planner, be a simple planner, and focus on the essentials, focus on the simple things that will get you the maximal results. Thank you for listening, for watching, and wishing you a great, fantastic day.